first, before I explain some things, if you are not already subscribed to this channel, please do. I would absolutely love to have you a part of our family. So, this is the second time filming the first half of this video because somehow got deleted. I don't know how. I'm going to have to try and remember what I did, what I talked about, and I'm gonna look quite different because it is the next morning. My makeup is off, except for my eyeshadow, and I took my hair down, so I had to try to redo it, and it's a much quicker thing than when I did it last night. I actually took time and perfected it. This time I was just like, yeah. So let's put some gloss on at least, right? We're looking shiny because I have moisturizer and moisturizer. But let me explain what this video is. It's a couple things, really. First, it is, you guys like my new nails? Do you like them? They are fire. Look at that. If that's not a summer in a nail, I don't know what is. Okay, but tonight we are going to do some up close, breathy, gentle whispering style whispers. Maria, Maria, Maria. And then we're going to just talk a little bit with some relaxing, comforting hand movements. And some trigger words and things like that. Going in and out of a New York accent a little bit. Here and there spontaneous. It's going to be just very spontaneous, okay? But majority of it's going to be a whisper ramble. Talking about my 4th of July weekend. Today is the 3rd of July that I'm filming this. Last night was the 2nd of July. Here we are on the 3rd. So, if you could thumbs up this video for me filming it twice, I would love you forever. And if you're not already subscribed, please do. If you want more ASMR videos from me, ones that are not here on my YouTube channel, lots of story times, lots of whisper rambles, life updates, trigger videos, lots of lo-fi style where the camera's turned. If you really like those videos from me, I do majority of them on Patreon, stuff like that. I do 3 or 4 videos per month, and it's $5. When you sign up, you gain access to all of the other ASMR videos I've ever posted over there, except for one per month. One video per month on Patreon is exclusive just for that month, meaning it's up for 30 days and then it's gone forever. The people that are signed up for that month are the only people who will ever see that video. ASMR videos, of course. So, anyways, link. Will be down below. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about our traditions here that we do for the 4th. What we do as a family, what our plans are, what we used to do. Not saying that kids are gonna be out of school all summer, but I think that we should just have a longer summer. Everybody loves summer, right? It's just because myself, I get depressed as soon as summer ends. I'm like, no, but I'm hoping when I move somewhere warm, because we're moving somewhere warm pretty soon, that I won't be as sad when it ends, because I think I get sad. Because I know that winter's coming and it's going to be cold over here in New York. It's going to get cold and we're going to be stuck in the house unless you go snowboarding or ice skating or something. But you're cold and you know your girl likes to be warm. Oh, my pony's a little too tight. I gotta be able to pull from places, you know. I like to pull the ears. But yeah, so where we're from, so where my grandfather lived, that area, it's the city, not New York City, but we're in New York and it's in the city. They would do the two parades and two carnivals, and it was all the rage, okay? That's where everybody was in, and that's where, like, you would meet up with your girlfriends, you would meet up with your friends, you would walk, everybody knew each other because of the neighborhood, everybody knew one another, and you would meet up with your little crush, you know, go on the rides together and all the carnival food. Your girl loves a good fried dough. Say less. Okay. And there's usually a lot of like carnival type things around here during the summer. And there's still some, but there's not as much as there was before 2020. If you know what I mean, you know. But this particular carnival I'm talking about, carnivals were large. I mean, they went on for like a week, and then the parade would be the day of. And my grandfather, bless his sweetheart, rest in peace, Papa, I love and miss you. I know he's with me. I just know he is. I actually had a psychic medium reading the other day, and him and my grandma came through. And I know they did because she knew their names. So, like, I've never said their name. My grandpa's maybe, but my grandma's never said her name anywhere on this internet. And it's a very weird name, okay? And she spelled it. And everything this woman said was on point, okay? Point. Little fishy mouth. But again, I'm gonna get in a little like my grandpa lived in the city because they all lived in the suburbs about 40 minutes away. And they would come in for their carnivals, and I would get so excited because I knew that it didn't happen often. So it was kind of like they were coming in my turf, you know? And we would just all get together and do the parade, and then we'd go to my grandma's house and do fireworks, and then we'd walk back to where the carnival and the parade area was. It was at a park, a larger park, and we would watch like the big firework extravaganza, and they would do it 2 nights, sometimes 3 nights, leading up to the 4th and on the 4th, and it was just so much fun and nostalgic for me. But as, you know, I started getting older, from like a kid to a teen, and things started changing, they had to cancel them. They started like going down to like 1 or 2 days instead of having it like 7 days, and then they just stopped it altogether because there was becoming a lot of rah-rah violence and things, and it's a residential area. People who live there were getting upset, you know. So it became more of like less family oriented, because then families didn't want to come because of the stuff that was happening. So it became more of like a party scene than like family, except for like on firework nights. But like the carnival itself became about something else, you know. So was it fun both ways? Yes, because you know your girl was in there, causing the ruckus, okay? But that's what we used to do, and it was just such a fun tradition. I remember sitting on my grandparents' porches with my little, like, they would give us all the same amount of fireworks and little, like, sparklers, so we didn't fight. The little cousins, little cousins, little cousins. But, yeah, that's kind of what I would do as a kid. And then things kind of changed because they don't do that anymore, so my son didn't get to see the braids and things, and that makes me sad. Makes me a little bit sad because I wish. My chair just made a loud noise, of course, right? I wish that he would have gotten the opportunity to go to the parade and have those memories, you know, because we don't have any other parades anywhere near. We don't. But 4th of July, I know it's big everywhere, but it's, I feel like, very big here. But where we live, we are able, at the end of our street, it's like a cul-de-sac. We have a very long block, very long. And at the end is a cul-de-sac, and there's a big open space. And if you like put your chairs there, you can see all you know. And I get to sit and enjoy the house and have like extra amenities, or you know, a nice little sunroom that maybe I wouldn't have been able to have if I would have spent that money traveling. Home is just my happy place, and I think it's because I was such an extrovert before that I'm kind of more of an introvert now. And my fiance, same thing. We kind of lived a very similar life, not in our childhood necessarily, but like our teen years, our late teen years. That's when we met, and we were doing a lot of the same things. And we just, every day, like I said, was an event, an extravaganza. There wasn't a single day that we were just like sitting in the house, you know. We were either driving around with our friends, or walking around, or going here, going there, and partying, and hanging out, and every day was just something. So now we're like, we're good. We just want to relax, you know. Like I said, I can appreciate and understand all sides of it. You know, my best friend doesn't have kids. Both of my best friends don't have kids, which is interesting. A lot of my other friends do, but both of my besties don't. And like I was telling her, I can understand her side of the coin and not wanting to be home much, and like she doesn't care if she lives in an apartment or a house, or you know, if her house is decorated or what's going on there, because she's never there, just kind of to hold her stuff. She's there some days, but it's not like, I don't know, she would rather just go on a whim and go. Where me, I'm all about decisions and overthinking and planning. Everything's got to be planned, and that, and that. Planned. Do you know what I'm talking about? Are you a planner? Or are you the kind of person that can just pack your backpack at the last notice and kind of just go on a vacation on a whim and not really have to think about it? That's not me at all. Like when we move, I'm already planning, and then I haven't even found a house yet. Like the halfway point in looking into hotels, which one's the best, which one we like the best, which is the easiest to get to. You know, the best route to take, and if there's like a detour, what other routes we could possibly take. I need to like know what's going on. What's going on? I'm an overthinker. Tell you a secret. I'm an overthinker, and sometimes that's not the best thing, because sometimes it drives me absolutely crazy. But I try and not let it get the best of my head, you know. It could be the simplest little decision, and I could like, you know, drive myself nuts over it. So I'm trying to be better about that, and I think it's just being anxious, you know. I don't know if I said it in part 1 or part 2, but like looking for a house, I'm like, oh no, am I going to put a bid in on a house, then tomorrow find a house I like better? Then what? That's kind of how my brain works, you know. So then I don't know what to do. We plan on going to my cousins this year, as we do every year. And they have a huge backyard, and they get like those huge residential fireworks that they blow off at like parks. And because they have the room to do it, and they have a huge fireworks show, and during the day they have an in-ground pool and tiki bar and stuff, and they invite like a lot of people. Like it's a party. People are just walking around in bathing suits, and kids, and drinks are flowing. drinks, and yeah, maybe there's pina colada. Pina colada drinks. They have like frozen drinks on the tiki bar. They'll have like 3 or 4 in like slushy dispensers, and some are alcoholic, some are not. Everything is labeled very clearly, and in different sections, you know. There'll be pizza and brownies, chocolate brownies, and vanilla cupcakes. Maybe I'll wear a Natasha eyeshadow on my eyes. Maybe. What else? I don't know. I can't think right now. Coca-Cola. Are you a cola or a Pepsi person? Personally, I'm a Pepsi girl, but come in. I don't drink much pop as it is. I haven't been much of a pop drinker anymore, but I used to be. Your girl used to love her pop, but now I just try and stick to water. Sometimes a Red Bull if I'm feeling frisky, or a Starbucks refresher. That's what I want right now. I feel like I need a refreshment, but I think that is everything that I have for you guys tonight. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will start part 2 now. God knows where it starts or what the hell I'm talking about, because like I said, I filmed part 1 last night. I took like a 2-hour break. I filmed part 2, and then part 1 disappeared. Gone like the wind. It was just gone like the wind. Like I got no idea where it went, what happened to it. Who knows? I couldn't tell you. But hopefully, you know, hopefully the integration between part 1 and part 2 is somewhat seamless, but regardless, just listen to me rambling. Just listen to the crazy rambles and rest. Sleepy. By the way, again, can we hear it for the nails? Come. My regular girl was overbooked. That's originally who my appointment was with, but she was super busy, and her cousin took me to just start the nails for her cousin, my normal girl. And then she was like, you know what, I'll just keep doing them if you don't mind. I'm like, girl, go ahead, you know. That's the first time she's ever done them. And when I tell you, everyone in that salon is so talented. I love the shape. Shape is so good, so clean, so perfect. The lines are so good. There's no like, you know, shaky messiness. It is perfected. The color is so good. And she was just a joy. So shout out to my nail salon. Shout out to them. They're just such a group of talented individuals, and kind and compassionate, caring, and I wish them all the success and happiness and health in the world. Kindness pays off, people, you know. Sorry, there was a little intervention. was the carnival, and you would like meet up with your crush, whoever you were liking, and they had fried dough, the best carnival foods. Y'all tell me how the mic literally just flew back at me. I'll try it and like keep in the footage and turn the volume down all the way because it was crazy. It was like it was just sitting. Then I just keep right at me. It was pretty crazy. But anyways, so like I said, we kind of have our traditions when it comes to the 4th. And my cousins, they do like, everybody brings a dish and there's so much food because so many people come. And they have like the big time fireworks. They have very big backyard, the pool, and all that stuff. And they have like a legit fireworks show. So it's nice. And then we come back to our house and walk, take my son's wagon and walk to the end of the street. And then we'll have our firework show where we're able to see all of the different fireworks that are around the area without actually having to go anywhere. We just like what we like. There's some people that just thrive in, going public places, and that was me. I was that person back in the day. Especially like the carnival days and things like that. Like that was my turf. And I'm not gonna be like my turf, but like, me and my friends, that was like what we did. And we would go places and, go downtown and go to all the bars and, go to Canada and go to the bars and just out and about everywhere all the time. We were all the time everywhere, going places here and there, And then, I don't know, something happened and I just like started to be a little bit of an introvert where we used to be an extrovert. That's why this move is going to be very big for us, and it is a very big deal to us, where some people can just like pack up their life, make a decision and move in a week and be like, who cares?